Just last year, our team of doctors and specialists helped over 43,542 type 2 diabetics gain control of their blood sugar levels and insulin sensitivity, and allowed many of them to be taken off prescription drugs and stop blood sugar monitoring. This year we are on track to help over 100,000 diabetics achieve the impossible. In this video, the diabetes breakthrough you will discover is twice as effective as leading diabetes drugs in normalizing blood sugar. Studies also show how patients are able to fix insulin resistance, reduce neuropathy pain, prevent blindness, amputations and other diabetes problems. These techniques have been used successfully by tens of thousands of people in over 40 countries, allowing them to lower their need for drugs and injections. Countless studies from scientists and doctors all over the world have proven that people with diabetes can normalize blood sugar, increase insulin sensitivity, end neuropathy pain, lower risk of blindness, amputations and be taken off all diabetes drugs and insulin injections. The cold hard truth. By living with diabetes and by taking your prescribed medication, you are under the constant daily threat of dying of a heart attack, stroke, kidney failure, succumbing to blindness, amputations, neuropathy, hypertension, nerve system disease, high cholesterol, depression, and falling into a coma. Those are just the side effects of living with diabetes. Now let's add the side effects from the drugs that are supposed to help you: hepatitis, liver problems, acidosis leading to death within hours, heart attacks, stroke, increased risk of cancer, weakened immune system, vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, heart failure, etc. If you think it will ever get better, it won't. It has been scientifically proven that simply treating diabetes with conventional methods does not stop the disease. Over time, diabetics are prescribed higher and higher dosages of drugs. Then when those fail, they get prescribed insulin injections on top of drugs. It doesn't matter if you follow your doctor's recommendations and dosages exactly as prescribed. This isn't a question of if, but when. Your health will get worse. The drugs you take will fail. The insulin injections you take will also fail. The root cause of diabetes. It might be hard to believe, but when you prick your finger with a meter and see a blood sugar reading of, let's say, 250, it's not because you have diabetes. Some people can walk around with blood sugar as high as 300 without having diabetes. How is this possible? It all comes down to a single word: inflammation. Ever wondered why diabetics have such high rates of heart disease, heart attacks, cancer, high cholesterol, blindness, arthritis, and neuropathy? Inflammation. Just recently, February 2015, scientists and researchers at the University of California, San Diego proved that diabetes is caused by inflammation. They discovered that an inflammatory molecule called LTB4 causes insulin resistance. And what does insulin resistance lead to? High blood sugar and diabetes. This is the reason why treating your blood sugar with drugs and injecting insulin to combat insulin sensitivity will never heal your diabetes, because you aren't treating the root cause of diabetes, just the symptoms of it. Drugs treat symptoms, not disease. If we treat the symptoms of a condition, rather than the causes of the condition, we can be stuck treating them forever. Wouldn't it be wiser to treat the causes of diabetes rather than the symptoms? The groundbreaking information you will receive targets the causes of diabetes, which is why people see results so quickly, get off their medication, and end the need for insulin. Let's compare how we treat diabetes to how we treat the cold or flu. What are the symptoms of the flu? Fever and congestion. What is the cause of the flu itself? A virus. If we treat the symptoms of the flu, bring down fever, take some decongestants, will that cure the flu? No. It will make you feel better, but it will not in any way make the flu better, because we haven't actually treated the flu itself. We simply treated the symptoms. You are still sick with the flu, but now you feel a bit better. Or another example. Let's say you broke your leg. What are the symptoms? Bleeding and lots of pain. If you take painkillers and wrap your leg in a bandage to stop the bleeding, have you fixed your broken leg? No, you simply treated the symptoms. You still have a problem, the broken leg. So how does this compare to diabetes? Exactly the same. What are the symptoms of diabetes? High blood sugar and insulin resistance. What do doctors prescribe? Pills to lower blood sugar and insulin to help with insulin resistance. Have you actually done anything to treat diabetes itself? No. You have simply treated the symptoms of it. So again, you are still sick, you still have a problem, but now you feel a little better. Warning signs: if you are interested, please click the link below the video. When you get sick, your body shows symptoms. Shouldn't you treat the underlying disease and not the symptoms? Imagine a car. Something is wrong in the engine. A red warning light turns on, a symptom of a faulty engine. What would you do? Treat the red warning light or the actual engine? Modern medical and pharmaceutical industry treats the red warning light. This is exactly what you do every single day by taking diabetes drugs or insulin. You aren't treating diabetes, you are treating the red warning lights, high blood sugar and insulin resistance. This is precisely why no prescription drug or insulin injection has ever prevented, stopped or reversed diabetes, and yet they are the only things doctors prescribe. Compared to natural nutrition-based treatments that actually have prevented and totally reversed diabetes, doctors still only prescribe completely useless and very dangerous drugs. The big question you have to ask is why? Why are doctors prescribing something that has proven to not work? Now imagine if you knew the truth. Imagine if you began using methods that have been verified and proven to work. Imagine if you had access to all of this medical research and the exact methods thousands of diabetics used to become completely healed. No more needles. No more expensive and dangerous diabetes medications. No more finger pricking or test strips. No more trips to the doctor for disappointing test after disappointing test. No more frustration and embarrassment. Would you use this information to help yourself, your kids, relatives, family and friends? Read on because you're about to receive it. The medical industry passed a law stating that only a drug can cure, prevent or treat a disease. Yes, you read that right. All those studies you just saw, the ones with thousands of patients, conducted by scientists from all over the world, proving how you can prevent, treat, and reverse diabetes without drugs, are just figments of your imagination. Is to not take into account the huge amount of research that proves diabetes is reversible. It is quite obvious that drugs and injections aren't helping eliminate diabetes. How long have diabetics been taking prescription drugs and injecting insulin? It has been decades since these treatments came out. And yet the rates of diabetes aren't decreasing, they are actually growing. Isn't it time to try something else? Something that's been scientifically proven to work better, faster and is cheaper and safer than prescription drugs. Tried and tested methods that attack the root cause of diabetes. We couldn't just sit there and watch as millions of diabetics suffer their whole lives, waste money on useless treatments, and then still die of horrible complications. This is why we have assembled a team of doctors who have already used these scientifically proven methods to treat many of their own diabetes patients with enormous success. We think you deserve to know the truth about our medical system, food and drug system, and health policy. You deserve to be informed about the variety of safer, cheaper and faster methods other than drugs, injections or surgery for treating and beating your diabetes. We'd like to give you this framework of knowledge that you can use to begin your path to health today. You can take your health back into your own hands. You can free yourself from the shackles of constant blood sugar readings, daily drug regimens and even prevent the horrible health complications that await diabetics down the road. We have assembled hundreds of suppressed scientific studies and powerful medical research into an easy-to-read and understand step-by-step health guide called The 7 Steps to Health and the Big Diabetes Lie. It has already been used to help tens of thousands of diabetics all over the world. Learn the truth about these life-changing scientifically proven diabetes treatment methods and embark on the path to kicking your diabetes butt for good. If you are interested, please click the link below the video.